The ground splits beneath the burning sun, every crack in the savanna a scar of thirst. Dust clouds rise in the air as a band of Sahelanthropus tchadensis, barely more than a dozen souls, moves with desperate urgency. Their bodies sway between tree and earth, not fully bipedal, not fully ape, but bound together in one struggle: survival. A mother, her ribs sharp with hunger, carries a child clinging weakly to her chest. At her side, a male grips a sharpened stone, its edge darkened with the dried blood of scavenged flesh. Their eyes dart constantly, scanning the horizon where mirages shimmer like false rivers. Behind them, the faint cries of infants rise above the silence of the dying land. The drought has lasted moons. Rivers are dry beds of dust. Trees stand bare, their shadows skeletal against the burning sky. The tribe marches not toward a place of safety, but away from death, driven by some instinct that water, somewhere ahead, still flows. The first trial. A shallow depression in the earth glimmers faintly. The band rushes forward. They drop to their knees, scraping at the mud with fingers and broken stones, scooping drops of muddy liquid into folded leaves. The infants are given the first bitter mouthfuls. Relief trembles in their bodies, but it lasts only moments. From the tall grass, a shadow rises. A saber-toothed cat. Its shoulders ripple with muscle as it steps forward, fangs gleaming in the sun. The tribe freezes. No words, only breath and heartbeat. The male with the stone flake raises it high, shrieking in guttural rage, a sound meant to frighten more than fight. Others join, pounding sticks, throwing dust, stamping feet. The predator hesitates, tail twitching, but hunger burns in its golden eyes. It lunges. Chaos explodes. A mother shields her infant with her body. A young male slashes wildly, his stone grazing the cat's shoulder. Blood sprays, but the beast's claws rip across his side. Another male hurls a rock with desperate force. It cracks against the cat's jaw. The predator roars, reeling back. For an instant, prey becomes defiance. The ancestors surge as one, shrieking, throwing stones, forcing the cat to retreat into the grass. It vanishes, leaving behind the groans of the wounded. The band huddles, trembling, pressing herbs into torn flesh. The young male bleeds but clings to life. They lift him, carry him, for the drought does not wait. The march into fire days stretch. The land gives nothing. Bellies hollow, children weaken. One evening, as the band trudges along a dry riverbed, the wind shifts. A strange crackle rises behind them. Smoke. Flames. A brush fire races across the savanna, whipped by the hot wind, devouring everything in its path. The tribe scatters. Mothers clutch infants tight. Elders stumble, coughing as ash fills the air. They run not toward safety, but toward survival, toward the cliffs rising in the distance. The fire closes fast, heat blistering skin, sparks catching in hair. One female stumbles, falling. A male hauls her to her feet, dragging her onward. The cliffs loom closer, but the ground is steep, slippery with loose stones. One by one, they scramble upward, hands clawing at rock, infants lashed to their bodies. Behind, the fire devours the grass, roaring like a predator of flame. The last of the band clambers over the ridge just as the inferno engulfs the riverbed. From above, they watch the valley burn, eyes wide with fear and awe. Fire is both death and life, destroyer yet a source of warmth. They do not yet understand, but the memory sears into them. Rival shadows. The drought does not ease. On the other side of the cliffs, the band finds a hidden spring, shallow but glimmering. They rush to it, only to stop. Another band of Sahelanthropus crouches there already, faces gaunt, eyes hard, stones clutched like weapons. The two tribes stare across the spring. Tension thickens the air. A female from the rivals hisses, slapping the ground. A male pounds his chest, lifting a sharp stone high. The tribes circle, shrieking, stamping, threatening. Infants wail. Elders drag the weak backward, hiding them in tall reeds. Then, violence. A rival male charges, striking at one of the band. Stones clash, fists pound, teeth sink into flesh. Blood splatters across dry earth. A female shrieks, swinging a heavy branch into the rival's skull. He collapses. Others surge forward. The battle is brief but savage. The rivals retreat, dragging their wounded, their eyes promising vengeance. The surviving tribe, battered, bloodied, collapses by the spring. They drink deeply, though every swallow tastes of fear. Resolution. Dawn breaks. The drought still grips the land, but for the first time in moons, the band has water and meat. They tear into the hyena carcasses with trembling hands, sharing marrow and flesh. Infants are fed first, elders second. A wounded child drinks deeply, eyes fluttering with fragile strength. The tribe rests in the shadow of the cliffs. The storm of fire, the clash of rivals, the fangs of predators, all have scarred them. Yet they remain. In the rising sun, they move together, closer than before. Hands brush hands. Infants cling tighter. Elders walk at the center, protected by all. The drought has not ended, but the band has endured its fury. Their survival is not strength alone. It is unity, sacrifice, the choice to fight together against a merciless world. And in that choice, written in dust and blood, the first story of humanity takes root, an unbroken line of survival stretching into the ages to come.